Good morning, race fans. It is May 27, 2023, and we're about 7 minutes to go before the Monaco Grand Prix Free Practice 3. This is Racing Statistics, and you're listening to Grash. I'm your commentator today. Again, by myself, but that's okay. We've had fun before as well. Yesterday was an interesting day. We got into the 112s. We're about half a second to three quarters of a second to the track record yesterday in quality free practice 2. Verstappen did the top time, but the Ferraris were just nipping at him. And one of the things interesting on the F1 website, they've got a data point article, and they actually in Ideal Run, they actually think Ferrari's actually faster in the quality session, and they're looking that they're will probably do better in qualification than Red Bull is, and that's not news. We kind of knew this. This was the race that everyone's been like pinning for to go after Red Bull. As you know, Monaco's not a fast track. It's the slowest track on the calendar. We know that Aston Martin is going after that, and we know Mercedes is doing that. Mercedes brought all their upgrades that they would have brought in Imola. They brought here the big one that people are talking about are they're no longer the new side pods, but the real changes to that car actually come on the suspension. There's actually an F1 video where they go through it, and there's tons of changes on that car for help. Again, one of the things is to help keep the car stable so it's not porpoising, but also a lot of aerodynamic changes. What's interesting is that the chassis that they have were retrofitted. So basically after Miami, they went back to the factory for a few days, and they were retrofitted. And again, the reason that they went to retrofitting the chassis is because the cost cap wouldn't allow them to build them a whole new chassis for the 3 cars. So again, the 2 primary drivers and a backup. So that's and then there's a lot of different pieces of information. Yeah, FP3 has not been delayed because of rain. That is not true at all. There is no rain whatsoever on that track. It is beautiful and sunny outside in Monaco. My God, it is beautiful. One of the changes is that if you guys are watching F1's, and Sky's broadcast, they have improved the news. They've improved it's fake news. They've improved the production dramatically, and one of the things they've done, and that's because the normal F1 production team has taken over Monaco. It used to be the local TV, and that's how we got the Lance Stroll interrupting things. The F1 team has done an incredible job to show off the beauty of Monaco. Shots of the harbor, shots of the town, the track itself, the city. It's been beautiful. And so yeah, they've definitely have shown off what you can do, and they've used every like drone shots, different shots, this shot, that shot. They've gone all out on making Monaco look awesome. Right now we've got about 3 minutes before green light on track. Again, they've got another beautiful shot of the city on F1 TV, and I'm just marveling at it. It's just beautiful. Anyways, the forecast for today and tomorrow is that there is a 20% chance of rain. I'm looking right now. It is clear sky for free practice. We are perfect. There is a slight, haze that you would see over the coastline, at the horizon, but it's beautiful and sunny, and I expect that to be all day. And I basically the next, for tomorrow, the weather's looking to be the same as well. 20% chance doesn't mean it won't rain. It's just not likely to rain at all. Again, they're by the coast. It's easy to get something like a small cloud and get some dampness on the track, but no, it's just straight blue sky right now. Well, thank you over the 1,200 that are watching right now. Of you, 200 of you, 212 have liked the stream so far. Thank you so much. If we can, if you haven't had a chance, which I have not yet. Oops. Now it's 218. So if you can like and would be helpful. If you're new here, please subscribe. We want you to be here. And then finally, if you want to continue discussion after the fact, we have a Discord channel. And I'm going to drop that into chat right now. Coming up to about a minute left before green lights. I don't think anyone's lined up yet, but we're getting close to that moment right now. Trying to think. Lewis Hamilton is walking about. He's not in his card as of yet. And this is typical that a lot of teams don't go out right away on free practice 3. There's usually like a delay. Albon's not in his car right now, so it will be a moment before they get in. We got a super chat from Jake302. Logan Sargent is your personal favorite rookie this season. What are your thoughts on the newcomers to this race? Do you think any of the crashes quality race from those guys? The rookies are basically have been in the rookie position. They've been in the bottom 4. It's been Albon plus the rookies. I don't think any of them are going to crash. You see, one of the things about the rookies this year is that they've all driven on this track. And basically, whether it's been F2, F3, or Formula E, they've all driven on this track, so they know. And the layout is the same for all of them. So even the FE, it's the same layout. So ultimately, they do know this track. We're getting close. It's still a red light, and it's now just gone green. and I don't know if anyone's gone out yet. No one's gone out yet for free practice. So we'll keep an eye on. You'll see that the board will change in a moment as soon as someone goes out. I don't think they're gonna. I mean, the thing about crashes is that basically, the big thing is that the crashes that have happened is that people have been hitting the wall, like barriers by the chicanes. So there's the big chicane, and then there's the swimming pool chicane, and those are where those two crashes took place. Again, yesterday, I believe. Side, yeah. So basically, they're hitting the wall right there, and then crashing. Cal1 says Mercedes bringing improved suspension to a track where it's easy to smash up is both. Well, no, it's more that these were the upgrades that were going to come at Imola anyways, and so it's a matter of just this is when those upgrades came. I am watching on F1 TV. Stroll, Alonso, and Tsunoda, as far as our timing chart, are looking out the gate on track. Ferrari is getting their cars ready. Logan Sargent is walking around without his helmet on, which is interesting. Wondering what they're doing with his cars that he's not going out. Again, where this watch Sunday race is basically where where you would normally watch F1. We can't provide you a link or information other than hey, F1 TV, there's a week for free, and then if you've got access to ESPN Plus, F1 is on that for free through I think like September. I mean, I've got the Disney bundle through my cell phone plan, so I've got access to Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu. Jimmy Loomis asks, who do you think will be the best on this race? Honestly, it is between Tsunoda. Not Tsunoda. I'm looking at Tsunoda's timing at the moment. It's Alonso. It is the Ferraris, and it looks like trying to see who. Yeah, that's Alonso. Just came into the pits for a tire change, and then it's basically the Red Bulls. Those are the five that I would put into that category. I just don't know if Mercedes has done enough with their upgrades to be on pole. And again, Stroll has just come in and he's on hards now. So yeah, Alonso and they've gone into hards. That's interesting. Well, that's kind of that's kind of how yesterday went. They started the day on hards in mediums, and then at the end of the day at FP2 everyone's on softs. Yeah, Sambit is asking, will Hamilton be able to bring his hammer? Lewis Hamilton bring the hammer for hammer time? I don't know if the cars are there. They're close. I just don't know if the car. Again, the issue with the car right now is it's based on last year's concept, which wasn't competitive, and they've made a lot of changes. But ultimately, the chassis, the foundation of that car is baked in, and they haven't been able. They really have to build a whole new car to get what they really need. Again, like I said, they retrofitted the car after Miami. They retrofitted the car for Imola with significant changes to the suspension and the side pods. Quinn, when you sign up for F1 TV, you got to have like some sort of way to pay for it. So basically, you have to sign up with your like again. I used my debit card, and there's mailing information that's associated with that. It's a financial thing. That's something you shouldn't be too concerned about. They're on their allegedly they're on their way to losing their no side pod design. This is the first step to it. Is they're what they can retrofit on the current the W14. Again, this is the W14B as people are referring to. It's next year where they're fully gonna disperse of that and move forward with a different design. I'm looking right now. Leclerc is in his car, but he's in the garage. He's not out of the gate just yet. How did I enter the F1 gods yesterday, Jose, by the way? Oh, he's talking to Michael K. Apparently yesterday I angered the F1 gods. As if I know what the F1 gods are to be with anyway, so. If you guys have a chance, drop in where you guys are watching from. We usually have a lot of from you around the world, and it's interesting to see. I only pissed off a little bit, buddy. Anyways, but yeah, drop into chat where you are watching from. We're looking. Again, we've got people watching from Spain, Taiwan, Madrid, Perth, Western Australia, UK, Singapore, Slovenia, Germany. You guys are going faster now. Cyprus, Sweden, South Korea, India, Barcelona, Singapore, Zurich, Romania, Plymouth, UK. I know Plymouth, Massachusetts, which is in New England. Norway, London, Germany, Philippines, India, Greece. Took is at work. I'm so sorry, man, that you're at work. Nigeria, Finland, Cleveland, USA. Don't let your river on fire, please. India, Italy, Hungary, Germany, Switzerland, Sweden, South Africa, Netherlands, Australia, Italy again, Vietnam, more from England, Malaysia, Scotland, Portugal, Abu Dhabi, Belgium, India, Australia, Uganda, you're not watching from North Korea, I can tell you that. Indonesia, India, Greece, Nigeria, Austria, Iraq, Poland. You guys are going through Georgia, United States, Isle of Man, more from Germany, Pakistan, France, Cameroon. And, ooh, wait, what's going on? What did I just... I thought I saw someone stopped in the tunnel for some reason. Yes, it's one of the Alpines. It's Escan. That I was right. He is. What's going on? What's this rate? So he's lost power. He's moving again. So essentially, they've had to reboot Ocon's car to restart it, and he's now on his way back to the pits. We are back into green flag scenario. Had they not been able to get his car back up and going, it would have been a red flag scenario. So watching as he went through the hairpin into the tunnel. Yeah, so basically, Ocon's car went to a safe mode after hitting after going through the hairpin. The reason why it's smoking because it's designed to be moving. That's part of the radiation system on these cars. Is the fact that they're moving. Gasly's on track, and he is doing particularly well. Again, after 10 minutes, we've got Perez up on the board with 1:15. They were doing much faster times, so moving forward, we're going to see these times tumble. They'll probably be into the 113s at the end of the session. Maybe dip into the 112s. Depends if they. I don't think maybe if they go to soft tires, we may see that. But that's where we're at right now. Again, a lot of the teams have gone out maybe for one or few laps and come back in. Right now, Alpine is the ones that have driven the most, each with 4 laps, though that's going to change as Ocon's going to come into the pits. You're just removing the tire. Are they going to move the tire blankets? They were moving to move the tire blankets off of Yuki's car. Joe is on the track right now. Following him from a distance. Nice wide shot. Just looking at what you guys are saying, you know, where are the Frankensteins, aka the Mercs? I don't know. They haven't left the pits yet, and I don't know why they haven't left the pits. So. No, I'm new to the North Texas, and I haven't been. Amarillo is pretty far out from where I'm at. Anyways, moving on. It's not about me being in Texas here. Following along with the, so we've got Joe doing a 115, 118, and Baz doing a 115. He goes fastest in his fastest in the first sector, though Norris is on track. It's just taking that from him. The Ferraris are out on track now. And you see, looking at where they're at. Yeah, the Ferraris are on outlaps at the moment. Norris goes green in sector 2. Again, and for those who are new, when we say someone's gone, so the terms here, when we say someone's gone purple, it means in the sector of their lap, they're the fastest on track. Norris has gone P3. Gasly has now gone P2. He was fastest in sector 3. That's just been taken away by Norris and on his time. Gasly goes a 1:15.592. Perez just goes 1:14.990. Norris is now P3 with a 1:15.841. So we've got up on the board, we've got a shuffling. So those who have not on track, Verstappen, Sargent, Magnussen, Albon, Hamilton, and Russell have not left the pits yet. Hulkenberg goes to P5 with a 1:16.326. Ferrari setting their first times. Sainz is doing a fastest sector 2, green in sector 1. That's to be after an outlap. That's to be expected. He's going to keep an eye on where he goes. Sainz goes P2 with 1:15.056. Leclerc is finishing up. He's green across the board so far in his first 2 sectors. A question from chat: whether in quali, Leclerc goes P3 with a 15.433. It's a 20% chance of rain from here on out. Looking at the clouds, there's no rain. It doesn't look like it's going to rain at all. It's beautiful out today. There's no clouds whatsoever right now by the circuit from the shots they've shown. So. Bottas has gone P3 and Zhao has gone P5, both in the 115s. De Vries is in P7 and he's in a 115. Stroll has jumped to a P3. He's the fastest for sector right now. Just above low 115.068. So right now, again, we've got still a lot of time in this first 15 minutes. Right now, we do have a poll up and running right now. Started about an hour ago. Which team will get pole at Monaco? The choices were Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, and Aston Martin. Red Bull is ahead at 41, Ferrari 26, Mercedes 20, and Aston Martin 13. You guys are undercounting Aston Martin. I think you're overcounting Red Bull, to be quite honest. Me challenging the stats here. I think you guys are not giving credit to Ferrari where they're at right now. I think Ferrari's most likely the team to go. Norris has jumped to P1 with a 1:14.905. Green across the board. Fastest lap, but not fastest in any particular sector. So he's green across his lap with the fastest lap time. De Vries is fastest in sector 1 right now. Almost a whole 10th faster than Norris. His sector 2 so far in his subsectors look pretty good. We'll keep an eye on his lap as he comes to the end of that. And De Vries goes to P6 with a 1:15.295. He improves in his sector 3 times. Stroll is on a fast lap. He's got the fastest first sector now. He's sector 2 looking okay. It's a mixed bag at the moment. We'll see what's going on over there. Improving in sector 2. Albon has just jumped to P11. And he's taking the fastest sector 3. Time of 15.599. Stroll has jumped to P1. He's improved in both sector 2 and sector 3, and his fastest lap time of 1:14.763. Perez is on a flying lap. He's got a purple sector 1 already. He's improved in his sector 2 times so far. He's now fastest in sector 2. Hulkenberg jumps to P7, 1:15.191. Noter up to P9. And we're basically with Stroll being in 1:14.7, we're going from there all the way down to like P13 or P7, P14. No, P13 to Magnussen. Perez just flying 1:14.3, fastest across, and pretty much everyone has gone to soft tires now. Again, Perez being our street circuit specialist. Verstappen is out on an out lap right now, so he will be going on a flying lap soon. And as of yet, we have not seen Mercedes come out on track. And they're about to launch Russell right now. Max has gone fastest in sector 1, and he's improved and he's in fastest in sector 2 in the subsection so far. He may take fastest sector 2, and he does significantly. So Verstappen's on a flying lap right now. He's primed to take P1 from Perez. It's going to depend on this third sector. My God, he's looking really good. He's getting close to that wall. And he does. He takes P1 with 1:13.793, a half a second faster than Perez. Albon just jumped to a P8 with 1:14.902. About a second, more than a second, then faster than, slower than, I should say, than for Verstappen at the moment. Tsunoda right now is improved in Sector 1, and he's got improved in Sector 2 times. Albon is as well, and where did he go? He finished his lap with 1:14.902. Tsunoda improving on his times. He's got some subsectors that are fastest in that sector, subsectors. And he's going to jump to P3 with 1:14.495. About a tenth off from Perez. And Norris being another 10th off of Tsunoda's time at the moment. The clerk asking if he touched the wall. Elman says these times are not representative. Expect a sub 112. No, we're not going to expect. I would not expect a sub 112. I would expect times in the 112s. The track record is sub 112. It's like a 111.9. So yeah, I would not expect sub 12s. Hamilton's finally out on track. He's on an outlap right now. Russell's starting what would be I don't know if he was something he was dealing with traffic or what. I'm not sure what just happened there. Alonso has just gone with a new P1. It's fastest Sector 1, Sector 2 with time on 1:13.697. I'm looking if you guys have any questions for me, please use at Grashariza. If you can drop that in the chat, and I will highlight my name. And now, if you got a question for me, go for it. I'm more than willing to take those right now. We're about 36 minutes left in this session so far. What's going on with the Ferrari team? They're probably selling some things out right now before they go full send. You want to be full confidence with this car before you go flying on this track. Sainz is now starting a flying lap. And please don't repeat yourself. That is spamming. That will get you a timeout, my friend. The question is, which driver do I support? I don't particularly support any particular driver. I'm in the nice place of being in where I can sit back and enjoy the whole show, as opposed to being a fanboy to a particular driver. Perez going P1 now with a 1:13.587, another 10th faster than Alonso. Russell goes P4 on the board with a 1:14.3. Yes, I'm alone again, so it's just me, Grash, right now on the channel. I don't know where everyone else is. Asleep, maybe, I don't know. So Subble, I know JP has gone back to e-racing. I know Biggles and Garth are also very active. Garth is active with the creative series. If you've seen any of the replays that they do, it's a lot of Garth work doing that. Sainz has just gone to P4 with 1:14, 1:29. Ooh, and that is Max bouncing off the wall. He just a slight touch. No damage to the car right now. But that definitely touched. He definitely touched the wall. He still goes a 113.583. They're showing that Perez is a 0.14 second faster than Alonso in the medium speed corners. Ocon has just jumped to a P5 with 114.294. And Leclerc is in P6 with 114.332. So our board is pretty active right now. More than half of the session left to go. Thank you for reporting that out. Apparently, Hamilton caught lap traffic in his final sector, lost 6/10, that's significant. Yeah, if he had gained those, he'd be up around P4 between Alonso and Sainz. Only 5 cars are in the pits right now. Bottas, Gasly, Norris, Zero, and Sargent are in the pits right now. Sargent is on an outlap now. What's interesting is that the tires that we're using this weekend are the 3 fastest compounds. So the soft tires that everyone's on right now is the C5 compound, which is the softest and fastest of all the compounds this year. The mediums is the C4, and then the C3s is our hard compound. We saw the C3s a few weeks ago as our soft compound. Like I believe Miami it was C3. So one of the Red Bulls passing one, I believe one of the Mercedes. Yeah, it was Hamilton. I believe Max was passing Hamilton on the track, which may have cost him on his. It doesn't look like he's on a flying lap, so it's not that big of a deal. Thoughts on Nick DeVries season so far? Disappointing, actually. I thought he would perform better. I thought he has the capability to be a better driver than Yuki. Yuki has actually improved dramatically. As it stands right now, DeVries is P10 and Tsunoda's P12 on the board. So that's more where I thought he should have been. Though it looks like, again, one of the things that's complicated with DeVries is that, man, he's in the back of the back marker car of this year. The ATs are just not, the car's not very good. And that throws a lot of things up in the air for DeVries at the moment. Russell's just jumped to a P4 with 114.005. Perez is now a fastest sector 2, and he's actually going to take P1 with a 113.289. So we're easily in the 113s right now. Max is on a flying lap, and his sector 2 and sector 2 are purple. This is likely he's going to take P1 from Perez, but by how much is the question. Sainz just jumped to P2 with a 113.379, and Verstappen has jumped into the 112s. Wow, that's about a half second faster than Checo. Is it a half? Yeah, almost a half second faster than Checo. Yeah. So Verstappen setting the bar right now in the 112s. Leclerc has just jumped to P4 with 1:13.475. So where the board stands right now, Red Bull 1-2, Ferrari 3-4, Aston Martin and Alonso is fifth, and Russell is sixth. Stroll is down in eighth, and Hamilton is down in 16th. Albon has improved his time with a 1:14.5. He's in lovely 13th place. Hamilton's on a flying lap. He has some faster subsectors. He's improved his time in Sector 1. Improving his time so far in Sector 2. He's not completed it yet, though. And he has improved his time in Sector 2. It's not purple, but it is green. So that is something to be said. I'm going to follow along with Hamilton, the last second part of Hamilton's lap right now on F1 TV. It's looking good. It's a little jerky, but it's looking good. And he's going to jump to a P5. And that time is going to be a 1:13.552. Jose reporting that Leclerc is playing about bottoming out on the swimming pool area of the track. F1 TV is now following Sargent as he starts a flying lap. He's about a second behind Verstappen. He's improved his times in Sector 1 and Sector 2. And Sargent's going to jump to a P12. And that's going to be a 1:14.4. Leclerc's talking about having to change the car. I didn't get everything that he said on the radio, though. Looking at what you guys are saying, again, the issue that Leclerc's having is that the car is kind of bouncing and bucking in that particularly that swimming pool section of the track. You need, this is a track where you need full control at every single moment, and to not have that control is huge. And again, he's also, while he's in P4 right now, he's trying to gun for pole because again, qualification is everything. Max is on a new flying lap. He's fastest in Sector 1. Perez is on a flying lap as well. Perez is going to finish his lap first. And they're both on older soft tires. Perez goes fastest in Sector 3 with a 1:12.849. We're going to see did Max abandon his lap is the good question. No, he's not. He goes faster. He goes a 1:12.776, so another half a tenth faster than Perez. So 1 and 2 are being swapped by Red Bull and between the Red Bull drivers right now. Ferrari's in the pits right now. Hamilton's still on track. Alonso's in the pits. Russell's on track. The only other person is Sargent on an outlap right now. Everyone else is in the pits. Again, we've gone to we've got 24 minutes left in this session right now as it stands. Yeah, we'll probably see some faster times as the end of the session. Russell looks like hefty hit of the wall of the alternate corner, but he thinks he's okay. He's looking okay, but that's not going to help him with his time. Right now, Russell's in P7 with a 113. And he's gone into the pits, and they're checking. They're going to do a check over on the car and make sure nothing's wrong with it. Again, I want to thank the almost 2,000 of you who are watching right now. If you guys have not yet, now's a great time to like and subscribe. The stream, subscribe to the channel. We do the race. We'll be doing qualification later today. Ryan will be doing his magic with quali. I will be doing the race tomorrow. Hopefully, I will have someone with me, but we'll see. Might be just me. We also have a Discord server. We would love to have you there. Some of you joined from Free Practice 2 and Free Practice 1 yesterday. We thank you for joining. For those of you who have not joined, if you want to continue the discussion, wonderful place. We keep talking. We will also most likely be discussing as Indianapolis 500 is tomorrow. There's several of us who are IndyCar heads, and there's every so often we'll talk a little bit of NASCAR sometimes. NASCAR is crass at times. Anyways, we'll move on. Move back to the track. As it stands right now, we've got Verstappen in P1, Perez P2, Sainz P3, Leclerc P4, Hamilton P5. Alonso is P6, Russell P7, Ocon P8, Stroll is P9, and Bottas in P10. Our rookies, De Vries is P11, Sargent is P12, and Crashy is P17. Right now, the only one who's on track right now is Albon and Hamilton, who are improving on their sector times. Both have improved in Sector 1, Sector 2. Albon is further down the track than Hamilton, so just how that is going at the moment. Gasly is on track as well, so those are the only three on track. Albon has just slightly improved at the end of Sector 2. Hamilton is improving more so in Sector 2 as well. Has not necessarily improved in Sector 2, though Albon has. It's going to come down to the Sector 3. Albon has improved significantly across 3 sectors. He's going to jump to P8 to 113.965. Hamilton's going to come to the end of his lap. He's going to be in P5 with 113.486. We've got Gasly improving on his Sector 1, Sector 2. See how he finishes his lap. He's looking good so far. Ooh, a little loose. A little loose bouncing on the curbs, but he's good so far. And he's coming to the line right now. And he's going to jump to P6. And that's going to be a time of 113.677. Gasly has performed greatly in the Alpine this year. RS says, would a time of 111 be possible? Maybe. Again, the 111 track record was set 2 years ago by Hamilton, but they were in a different machine at that time. And these machines perform very differently. I think we're going to stay within the 112s. I mean, we're still in the high 112s. It's possible that, maybe there's a boost that we're not seeing as of yet. But I'm not sure that we're going to see a 111 time. I think we're going to see a very low 112 in quali. And pole's probably in that range as well. Bottas out on track right now, starting a flying lap. Everyone says should bring sprint weekends to Monaco to make it interesting. I think that might not be possible, Sambit. Basically, with Monaco, they've got, again, F3, they've got F2, and they also have the Porsche Cup running this weekend. So I'm not sure. I mean, it's possible, but I'm not sure it's the best for Monaco in that regards. It would make Monaco much more chaotic. And that again, it's a possibility, but Sergeant saying he's driving around with just straight static in his ear. Something's wrong with his radio. Jose says we've got too many sprint races already. No, I think we have 6. It's a good number of sprint races. We would switch one of the current sprint races to Monaco as opposed to adding another sprint race. Stroll is on a flying lap. He's improved in Sector 2. In fact, he's actually purple in Sector 2. He's improved so far in Sector 3. We'll see how he slots in. And he's going to come to P3 with a 112.942. So that's in the 112s. That's impressive. Right now, Alonso's P8 with a 113. Sargent has improved across his times as well. He's going to come in at P10 and 113.851. So again, the rookies have done, they are getting up there at the times. Sarge is now in P10, DeVries is P13, and Prask is P18. Pretty much everyone's on track except for the Red Bulls, Hamilton, Alonso, Russell, Ocon, and Magnussen. Hulkenberg and several are like the AlphaTauris and Hulkenberg are on outlaps. Norris is on outlap now. Ferraris are now on outlaps. Gasly's improved in his first sector, and Piastri's improved in his first 2 sectors. So 2 drivers to keep an eye on. Piastri's going to be first across the line. And he's green so far in subsectors. He's going to jump up to P14 with a 113.998. Let's take a look where Gasly is again, green in Sector 1, Sector 2. We're following Norris right now on track with F1 TV. Gasly's going to improve his time to 113.453. P5. Norris is green in his first sector. Also, Sainz is green in his first sector. I'm going to follow along with, I believe they've jumped to Carlos Sainz right now. Sainz has improved in his second sector. How far behind Hamilton? He's 0.2 quarter of a second slower than Verstappen right now. Leclerc is on track on a flying lap. He's not improved in Sector 1, though. Tsunoda has jumped up to P11 with a 113.738. Mr. Consistency at P11 so far this year. The only two people who are not on the track right now or on outlap is Verstappen. Sorry, no, it's Perez, not Verstappen. So it's Perez and Hamilton are the only 2 who are in the pits right now. So it is a pretty wild moment right now with a lot of people on track. Nick DeVries came around the corner and his back end slid. He goes on the curbs. I think he touches the barrier just slightly. They have a good replay. Oh, they've got a shot of Hamilton going around a barrier just with a paper thin. So close to the wall. Again, these guys are crazy. These guys can be crazy with how close they're getting to the wall. Manuel is asking, did Sainz abandon his lap? It looks like he did. It looked like he did this previous lap that he did. He's on a cool down lap right now. Ocon right now is improving on his times. He's going to jump to a P8 with a 1:13.496. Hamilton is everyone's on the track right now with Hamilton, Bottas, and Zhou on out laps at the moment. But everyone's out. Leclerc has come back into the pit, though. Everyone is on soft tires at this point. Magnussen has improved his time to a 1:13.624. He's ahead of his teammate by just by like a 0.225-ish in time. Norris has jumped up to P5 on 1:13.396. Following F1 TV, following along with Alonso. He's improved in his sector 1 time. See how he's just came out of the tunnel. Russell's just jumped to a P11 with a 1:13.590. We're following along with Logan Sargent through the tunnel right now. Jumping to a replay of Sergio Perez dealing with traffic in front of him. Waving his hands out in disgust of the traffic. We've got Max on a flying lap right now. Did not improve in his first sector. Did improve in the second sector time. Not purple, though. We'll see. He's dealing with traffic through the sector 3 right now. See how that affects his time. And he's going to be 0.045 slower than his fastest lap. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. See what is going on right now. They've not jumped, and one of the Haas's is it's Kevin Magnussen. He's out in a turnoff area. So we will go back to, as long as he's moving around, so that's good. As long as he gets back onto track, we'll get back into the green flag. Again, right now we've got a yellow flag in sector 1, not sector 2. And that's because Magnussen is in a runoff area. He is still off the track. Is he backing up again? What's going on? It's taking a very long time to get back on the track. And he's now rejoining the track now safely. And we're now back to green flag running. It's not a 3-point turn, more like a 5 or 6 point turn the way things were going, Jose. Magnussen right now is in P12 on the board. And we're now 10 minutes ago in the session. Following on Alonso right now. Alonso's now dropped down to P14. And he's got so far, not much traffic in front of him. And Stroll set his time on, so one of the Haas's is, it's Magnussen again. Magnussen is now stopped in Sector 2. So the question is, are they going to red flag this? If he's not going to move, it will be red flagged. So we're now into a virtual safety car with Magnussen. Basically, Magnussen was told to stop the car. So something must have happened when he was backing up in his 8-point turn, 9-point turn. Pick a number more than 5 type of turn. So he's been told to stop the car. So we're now in a virtual safety car scenario as the marshal's now coming onto track to help with the car. And Magnus is now climbing out of the car. So that basically ruined both Gasly and Alonso's laps. They were on both flying laps when this happened. They have lifted up the car and they're putting on a jack so they can move it around easily. And they are rolling the car back and off to the side now. And the car is off the track. So it'll be a few moments now before they go back to a green flag. The virtual safety car is ending. Yeah, he's never seen a modern F1 car get lifted. Yeah, it took, I think, 4 or 5 of them. They basically picked up the car all at the same time, and the 5th guy slid a dolly underneath, which allowed them to move it back. Basically, that car is going to be in that sector. Again, there's only 6 minutes left in this session. They're not going to move the car back to the pits until after the session is over. It's the same thing that happened with Sainz's car at the end of P2. I believe, with his car. They did not get the car back until after the session was over. So the only ones who are in pits right now is Bottas, Hulkenberg, Alonso, Zhou, Sargent, and Piastri right now. Oh, we've got another yellow flag. It's Hamilton. Hamilton's in the wall. Hamilton's binned it. My God. And he's shunted his tire. It looks like he's shunted his tire. And now it's a red flag. So they have red flagged this now. Watching the replay, and what? He loses it at the end of at the curve. Sorry from Hamilton over his radio. Sorry about that, mate. Yeah, because it's Hamilton with a driving error. And no, he was on a flying lap. I mean, he El Waxman, thanks for angering the F1 gods. Hamilton technically has the first fastest Sector 1 time. But that time counts for the fact he just flew into the barrier and started Sector 2. Yeah, this is probably the end of the session. Oh, they're having a hard time moving the car. Hamilton's out. He's fine. He's out of the car. He's got his hands behind his back with a walk of shame. Why the red flag? Because Hamilton crashed into the barriers, one of the technical barriers at the beginning of Sector 2. And he's jumping out of the track now, and he's fine. And we've got 2:45 left in the session. Not yet ready to call it, but it's close to being called, being not resolving. And Hamilton's being looked at by the doctor, this trackside doctor. And they still have not moved his car. And now race control has now says that the session will not be resumed. So again, with 2 minutes left, the session has now been red flagged and won't be resumed. Again, Hamilton goes into the Tech 2 barriers at the beginning of Sector 2 after losing it a little bit. Piastri went 12 centimeters very close to the wall, is what they're reading. That's very, very, very close. Yeah, one of the last times, again, DVS 9019 says, "Give the man a break. Hamilton never crashes." Well, he has crashed before. The last time he crashed, had an incident here, was 2008. There was an incident early in that it was a wet race, and there was an incident that Hamilton was involved, and that forced them into the pits, where they, at the time, F1 was dealing with fueling issues, and they were able to fuel him up, and that basically gave him, got him back to basically to get the win. Again, that race is now on YouTube if you want to take a look at that. How bad is Hamilton's crash? He's probably screwed up the front end of this car. They'll be able to replace it. He'll be fine for quali. They're still trying to get him out of the big issues. He's got to get him out of the Tech Pro barrier right now. He's probably got to replace the wing as well, front wing as well. Yeah, no, quality's going to be really interesting. Again, we're going to another replay of Hamilton going into this crash. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm looking at it again. It's like he had the curve, and then he oversteers, he corrects, and then into the wall he goes. I believe one of the Williams, goes around one of the Williams. So I believe it was Sargent. He was going around, and he takes the curve wide, and he overcorrects and recorrects and goes into the wall. They have gotten his car out. They've lifted. They're all lifting it up. It's on a crane now. Okay, they put it on a crane, so it's going to be lifted up and. It's being lifted right now by the halo. It's bouncing back and front end to back end. And unfortunately, they're not going to show the bottom of the car, because that's the thing that we have not seen of these cars is the underside. They're not showing that on TV. Again, a lot of teams are now getting pictures of the underside of this W14B car. So we're coming now to, again, I want to thank everyone who's shown up. It's going to be about 2.5 hours from now until quali. We'll probably be in live in 90 minutes with music. And then Ryan, within like 10 minutes before quali starts, he'll come on. He will be doing qualification. I'm slated to do the race tomorrow. Having said that, again, I want to thank everyone who's been here. If you've not yet, hey, like, subscribe. We're at 446 right now. Thank you for all those likes. I've just dropped the Discord channel back into chat again. If you want to continue talking between now and qualification, and between sessions as well, hey, come join our Discord channel. Thank you for those who are giving me congratulations for the commentary. I'm glad that you are enjoying the work that I do for you, trying to tell you what is going on as it happens. Again, our practice results, again, Verstappen is 1, Perez is 2, and Stroll is 3. That's the big one right now. Lance Stroll in the 112s, less than 2/10 slower than Verstappen. 1/10, about 1/10 slower than Perez. So he is in the fight right now. Where we thought Alonso would be, Stroll is in that position right now. So this is going to make for a very interesting quali. What has Ferrari left in the bag? Sainz was P4, Norris was P5. Are they going to? Gasly was P6. Leclerc is P7. Are they going to fix Leclerc's car, get that settled for him? Sainz is looking good. Stroll is looking good. Norris is looking good. Hamilton will probably be in a better position when he gets his car back to the garage. So it's going to be a very interesting quali session as we go into it. Yeah, Martin, it's time for lunch. For me, it's going to be second breakfast. I had something to eat before session began, so. All right. Any other questions from chat right now before you guys take off? Q1 time, it's in about 2 hours, 2 hours and 30 minutes, chats. Again, this is Grash. I've been having a ball being here for commentary for you guys. Look forward to see you tomorrow for the race, and I'll be back for quali in chat. All right. I'm going to be signing off now. There'll be some music after I play. Once this stream ends, you'll be able to click over to the quali stream. And then between then, you can chat in there or in the Discord server. See you all soon.